All right, let's talk about something we all think we know, the essay. You've written them for school, you've read them online, they're literally everywhere. But the thing is, what an essay really is, well, that's way more interesting than you might think. So let me just start by throwing this out there. What if the whole point of writing isn't to prove you're right, to deliver some perfect final argument? What if it's actually about the messy, uncertain process of figuring things out, right there on the page for everyone to see? And that idea, it actually takes us right back to the root of the word itself. Essay comes from the French word essayer. And what does it mean? An attempt or a trial. That's it. And that one little idea, it is the key to this entire art form. It's not about knowing, it's about trying. Okay, so let's really dive into that. Our first section, the art of the attempt. We're going to get into what it actually means for a piece of writing to be a trial of ideas. Think about it like this. On one hand, you have a formal treatise. It's there to give you the facts, the final word. It's impersonal, structured, conclusive. But an essay? That's a whole different game. It's personal, it's suggestive, it's built to explore, to wander, to be flexible. It doesn't have to have a neat and tidy ending. Yeah, the very DNA of an essay is just different. It's a place where the author's individual voice is the most important thing. It's where doubt isn't a flaw. It's part of the process. It lives in this amazing sweet spot somewhere between a beautiful piece of art and a hardcore argument. And it invites us to just think. And that leads us perfectly into our next idea. See, an essay isn't just the author talking at you, it's truly a conversation on paper. You know that feeling when you're reading something really good? It doesn't feel like you're just downloading information. It feels like the author is right there in the room with you, pulling up a chair and saying, hey, what do you think about this? They're inviting you to agree or even to disagree, to think alongside them. Of course, this amazing form wasn't just invented overnight. Its incredible flexibility means it's been changing and evolving for hundreds of years. So let's do a quick trip through its history. So way back in the 16th century, it starts out as the super-personal, self-reflective tool. Then, bam, by the 18th century, it explodes into magazines and journals, shaping how everybody talks about society. The 19th century sees it getting real serious, tackling huge topics in politics and philosophy. And then the 20th century rolls around, and the modernists just start breaking all the rules. It just keeps reinventing itself. And, the best way to really see this adaptability in action is to look at the people who mastered the form. So let's meet a few of the greats who really show what this attempt can do. Okay, so first up, we've got the two pioneers. On one side, you have Michel de Montaigne. He basically invented the form as we know it. His whole vibe was just exploring his own mind. He was skeptical, conversational, and loved to go off on tangents. And then you have Francis Bacon, who was the total opposite. He used the essay to give short, sharp, practical advice. Same form, two completely different goals. Pretty amazing, right? Now, let's jump forward a few hundred years. We find writers who saw the essay not just as a tool for thought, but as a political weapon. And I'm talking about George Orwell. For him, writing clearly wasn't just about sounding smart, it was a moral duty. I mean, this guy used his essays to take apart propaganda, to show how language could be twisted for power. He proved, without a doubt, that an essay written in simple, honest language could be an incredible force for changing the public conversation. And then you have someone like Virginia Woolf, a total innovator. She didn't just push the essay's boundaries, she completely redrew the map. For her, an essay could be pure art, a way to capture a feeling or a mood just as much as an argument. Seriously, think about what she did. She shattered the old, rigid structures. She made it clear that the writer's personal, subjective view could be the main event. She blended this beautiful, artistic prose with razor-sharp analysis and used it to explore things like gender and creativity. She gave the essay a whole new toolkit. So, okay, we've gone through the history, we've met some of the legends, but what about now? In our world, today, why does this humble form, this simple attempt, still matter so much? If there is one single thing to take away from all this, it's this right here. The essay isn't just a container for words. It's more than that. It's a way of thinking, a way of approaching the world with curiosity and honesty, and without pretending you have all the answers. And its impact today is huge. It's one of our best tools for learning how to think critically. It's where so many of our big intellectual debates get hashed out. It's that unique space between pure creativity and cold criticism. And maybe most importantly, it's a constant reminder to stay open-minded. So that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. In a world that is always demanding instant, certain answers, could it be that the humble, honest attempt, the simple process of questioning, exploring, and just trying to figure things out is actually more valuable than ever before?